Alright, what is going on, Anthem Central? My name is Matt and welcome back to the channel today. And I'm bringing you guys my thoughts on what I believe to be the best weapon in Anthem from what we've played so far during the demo. Now, here's the thing, guys. I don't believe this is obviously going to be proportional to the full game because there's going to be a lot of stuff added, although I wanted to mention the way I feel that this weapon handles in proportion to its counterparts, because for those that don't know, with a lot of weapons in these games, you could actually craft them to sort of change their dynamics. So if you start with a common variant, you could go to a rare variant or a legendary, whatever you want to do. So I'm going to be talking about what I believe to be one of the best guns in proportion to the other rares or the other commons, whatever you want to talk about. So this weapon here is going to be the Anvil, and you guys can see this with some gameplay in the background with the power level of 18 here on the rare variant of it. And honestly, guys, this to me is just by far one of the best weapons I've ever used in a video game, and especially in Anthem. This thing absolutely destroys. So why is this thing so great? Well, essentially, it's a sort of fast-firing, single-shot weapon. Now, again, I say sort of fast-firing with some discretion here because obviously it's nowhere near an automatic assault rifle, but it definitely does hold its own as a single shot. Now, what I noticed about this weapon is its headshot multiplier is absolutely remarkable. It can get 464 damage on the right enemies if you're able to hit them in the head in the right spot. It's definitely worth going for, trying to get that sort of feel, and during the demo I had an absolute blast doing that. Now, its base damage is 200, and if you see that on the actual weapon stats, that's something I think you guys should know, but again, it doesn't always apply if you manage to get those headshots. Its RPM is 180, so again, you're kind of firing decent for a gun of this nature. It has 12 shots in its ammo, which is kind of but I'm sure with, of course, some additions, some changes, of course, you can make later on with your classes, you might be able to find some type of inscription in order to counter that. Its optimal range as well is 45, which I don't really know as a metric how that kind of works, but it has a decent range from my personal experience. All in all, guys, this thing is definitely, without a doubt, worth checking out, and I found that these weapons on the whole were much better than I expected. I found the sniper rifles to actually be very weak in comparison to what I had thought they would be like, which is kind of disappointing. I thought the headshot multiplier on those would be a little bit better, but all in all, again, it's PvE. It's not overly that big of a deal if a certain weapon is weaker or whatnot, and I think that's something definitely to be aware of because, you know, when it comes to the developers making changes and stuff, and yet it's not that big of a deal. Just use what's most effective for you and what you enjoy using the most at the moment, and in the end, your weapon choice really doesn't matter that much. I think your overall knowledge of the mission, your overall approach to enemies, I think is far more important than your overall weapon choice. What I do believe that the Anvil is something you guys should definitely look at, the rare marksman rifle, because I'm playing on hard difficulty in basically every gameplay you guys are seeing, and this thing just shreds, absolutely shreds. And if you go to normal difficulty, you'll see how it really tears. But, you know, even on hard difficulty, this thing definitely, without a doubt, holds its own. And I think it's definitely something you guys should take a look into. Now, the auto rifle is very solid as well, and I was thinking of that sort of as a contender, but I just didn't find its rate of fire to be convincing enough to at least make it worth it for me to use that over the Anvil. And this thing is just, without a doubt, one of the coolest weapons I've used in this game, something I definitely recommend taking a look at. One thing I definitely do regret is not using those automatic pistols. Those things were really, really cool. They were fun to mess with, but I didn't really have that much time to play with them. I spent most of my time using either marksman rifles or assault rifles, as well as messing with some of the shotguns and snipers. And the shotguns in this game are quite, I think, average and kind of fit the game quite nicely. I don't really see any reason to change those, except for maybe a slight buff in the damage department. But all in all, I felt the shotguns were pretty fair and in a kind of a good spot. But I just wanted to highlight this weapon for you guys. I hope you all have enjoyed the video. If you guys did, definitely go drop a like. On the road to 1,000 subscribers. We hit it last night, and then we went down by 3. I don't know, man. I honestly don't know. But if you guys did enjoy, drop a like, hit the subscribe button, follow my Twitch down below in the description, and of course, join my Discord. I love you guys so much. Thank you all for the wonderful support on this channel as always, guys. If you guys have any ideas as to what you would like to see for my 1,000 subscriber special, definitely let me know. With that being said, everybody, thank you all so much. You guys are great. I'll catch you all on the next one. Peace.